Hey there, today I got a little compilation for you. 10 of your favorite tips and tricks for Photopea published this year, so only fresh stuff. Let's get started. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use Magic AI tool in Photopea to generate new images inside your composition. In the past, you need to search for stock images and then try hard to blend them into existing photo. Now, there's a new tool to do that is enhanced with the power of artificial intelligence. So go to the left panel here and search for Healing Tools group. When you open up this group, you will see there's something called Magic Replace. That's the one we need. Now you can simply make a selection around the object you want to replace. In my case, I don't want to replace anything. I just want to select the empty area here. And at the very top, there's a new content window for me, so I can type in this box what I need. Blue fish. I need to select the main layer as well and click Replace. If you're on the free version, you will see a pop-up ad right now while you're waiting for your results. And here it is, they gave me a blue fish. But keep in mind, it's AI generated, so always feel free to try again. So I will click Replace one more time. Now I can make a new selection in this area. Let's generate a green fish. Again, I hit Replace. You will need to wait a moment. It's usually take time to generate a new content, and here it is. I got a green fish. And as you can see, in both cases, it's blending with this blue backdrop perfectly. Alright, let's do one more, maybe here, maybe just for the red fish, huh? And that's how you can use Magic Replace tool in Photopea to generate a new content in your composition without searching and blending stock images. Hey, let's learn how we can turn on transparent backdrop in Affinity Designer version 2. So when you create your new document, by default you will see this white backdrop. You can click Document Setup here, and then in Colors, this option to turn on transparent backdrop. Let's turn it on, click OK, and you will see this transparency checkerboard now. And when you export your files, you will export them with transparent backdrop as well. If you ever try to move an element in the picture, simply by selecting the element like this balloon over here, and then moving that to the new position using the Move tool, you may notice two problems. Problem number one, we end up with the empty hole in the original position. And problem number two, the element in the new position is not blend to the new backdrop well. Luckily for us, in Photopea there's a special tool designed to move those elements, and this tool will automatically fill the gap. So we'll fill that hole created by moving the element away, and also blend the element with the new surroundings as well. So let's explore the content-aware Move tool. Simply head to your Healing Tools and then search for Content-Aware Move tool. Now, with this tool selected, we can make a selection around that balloon again. It can be very rough selection, you don't need to be too precise. With this selection in, we can move this to a new position. Take a look. Now we got it here. I press enter and the balloon disappeared from the original position and was blended to this new backdrop here. Let's try it again with the smaller one. Select around, move to new position, hit enter to confirm, and here we are. We fill in the gap that was created, the hole that we create by moving it away, and also blend it with the new backdrop as well. So it's really capable but a bit undiscovered tool. It's over here in your healing tools. It's called Content Aware Move Tool. I hope today's tutorial was helpful. Let me show you how you can turn any image into a black and white version using Photopea, a free Photoshop alternative available in your web browser. Simply drag and drop the image to load it like I just did. Now you will need to activate Adjustment panel, so head to Window and search for Adjustments. Turn it on. As you can see now, I got multiple different adjustments here on the right side. Let's search for the one that can turn this image black and white. Here it is, that's the one in the middle here. Click on it. And there will be a new adjustment layer just above your picture. We got multiple sliders that will help us to modify the final result. Depends on the colors in the original pictures, we can modify how dark or how bright they will be. So your reds can be dark or can be bright. That's up to you. So you can try to adjust this yourself. If you feel like you mess it up, you can click Reset. And if you are happy with your result, you can export this as JPEG as the totally new image. So if you are happy with this black and white picture, simply click File, Export As, select JPEG, and this way we can download a new version of this picture in black and white. Click Save, and here it is, it's already in my downloads folder on the computer. Today we're going to turn a PNG into a vector graphics using a free software called Photopea. Photopea is an online-based editor, so simply head to photopea.com. Then we need to drag and drop our PNG file. Drop it in this area, and the program will start a brand new project with your file in. Now we simply need to tell the program that we want to convert this into vector graphics. So we can save it as SVG. Head to Image menu and search for Vectorize Bitmap option. Click on it, and they will show you a preview. So on the left is the original raster graphics made of pixels, and on the right it's our new vector-based graphic made of curves and shapes. You can experiment with different features. You can limit the number of colors you got. In our case, I think we can reduce that to 12. We can reduce noise if there's like scan photo, for example. You can decide it should be a cartoon style or photo, but in my case, the photo gives me better results. You can also turn on the coloring book option. That's helping me out fill those white areas, so I will keep this on. Polygon. Seems like it's making the design a bit more squarish, so it's more square. As you can see, you got only 3 dots here. That will help us to decide that we want to get fill. Do you want also strokes as well? And do you want extra labels? On the left, labeling the colors used in that design. It's going to be helpful if you plan for t-shirt design and you want to limit your colors. I will go only with fill color, and I will click OK. As you can see, now I can have many layers on the right side. Each layer is for one shape. So let's zoom in really close. Okay, so what do we have here? As you can see, we got a collection of different shapes. Each one is a path, means we can scale it up without losing the quality now. We are not limited to this small size anymore. If I scale element up, it will be still sharp. Okay, we can also modify the color easily now because the layers are now separately. So this layer is only with the red color, as you can see. So I can recolor this image very quickly. So after you convert your PNG into SVG, it's way easier to change colors. Take a look. I turning this red flame into blue flame just in a moment, and then we can search for this another layer here. click on the image here, and then we can search for the similar color we used before, or we can pick the exactly same one using the color picker as well. Okay, and we are done. We are not only turning our PNG into SVG, but we also make some color changes. To save it back on your drive, you simply head to File, Export As, and this time I want to keep it as vector, so I will select SVG as my format. You can even change the size of it because it's SVG. If we give it a double size, scale it up, it's still nice and sharp. That's the advantage of vector graphics. I click Save, and we are done. We just turn our raster PNG into vector SVG for free using Photopea. Today we're going to learn how to use AI to generate a new backdrop for your pictures. I'm going to use the AI that is built into Photopea. Photopea is a free tool. You can use Photopea completely free with ads, or you can pay for the premium version to skip all of the ads. Alright, so here I am. I already drag and drop my picture, and now I want to duplicate this thing. So go to the layer panel, right click on the layer and duplicate the layer. So now I got a copy of the image. With the copy, I'm going to click select and I will remove the backdrop. That's just one click. It will process for a moment and we are done. The upper copy above is without the backdrop. So now let's add a brand new layer. Okay, put it in between those two pictures. And for this new layer, I want to select everything. So I will press Command A, select all. Now it's time to search for a tool called Magic Replace. Normally you can see a spot healing brush tool at the top. Click on it, hold and wait for the old tools to show. Select Magic Replace, and this is the AI Enhance tool. So you can just simply type what you need here. For the new content, I already type I want forest background. I click Replace. If you're on the free version, they may show you extra advertisement right now while it's processing. And here it is. I asked for the forest background and I got one. By the way, keep in mind, whenever you use any AI tool, feel free to try again. So I click again. Maybe I will get better results. If not, I can always undo. Alright, I like the second option better, so I will keep it. Right now, as you can see, the color of the lady and the backdrop is like a bit mismatching. We can fix that by duplicating our new backdrop. So let's just duplicate that as well. Right click, duplicate the layer, drag it all the way up here. Let's blur this layer. I don't want any details on it. So filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Okay, that depends on the size of your image, but usually for the smaller image like mine, 9 pixels blur will do. And for the blending mode, I just want to blend the hue of this new image. Not completely like that, but maybe 10-15%. Alright, so it seems like the light from the surrounding area from the forest is kind of reflecting on the model in front. So that's a nice quick trick that we can use. 15% opacity, hue blending mode, and the blur version of the backdrop just in front of the model to give it this extra color, matching color to the backdrop. And this way we very quickly move from a regular image to the image with AI generated backdrop. Now we can download this new version just by going for File and Export. We got several different formats to choose from. PNG is a good one, so I will save this as PNG. And it's already in my downloads folder for this web browser. Alright, that's how you can generate a new backdrop for your image using Photopea AI tools. Keep in mind, I'm on the premium version, so no ads popping up. But if you want to use it for free, be ready to see few ads on the way. How to add your image to Photopea. So after you open photopea.com, you will see this welcome screen when you can just simply drop any file in this gray area here. So let's try this method first. drag and drop, release your mouse button, and the new project will be loaded with your image in it. If you open your layer panel on the right side, you will see that your image is already here. This new project will be exactly the size of your image. If you are already in the project and you want to add additional image to it, you can try to drag and drop a new image on the top of this one. In that case, the image will be limited by the current artboard. This image is small, so as you can see, it's way smaller than the original one. I can try to stretch it up, but I do not recommend this method. You will lose the quality. You will see the pixelated image. So what if you cannot simply drag and drop? Maybe you're on mobile. In that case, we can try to go for File and search for option to place your image. So we want to click Open and Place. Select the image from your files and the program will load that file for you. And here it is, another image in my project. If you inspect the layer panel, you will notice I got 3 images in this project right now. Some tools may not work with the original image like that, and you will have to right click and rasterize this layer to turn it into a simple pixel based layer. Alright, so here are 2 methods how you can load your own image in Photopea. Let's learn how to rotate a picture in Photopea. The easiest way is to simply turn on your transform controls. They may be switched off by default, so simply turn them on. Then you can hover your mouse outside the corner of the image, and this will allow you to rotate the image left and right using your mouse. You can also type the angle from the keyboard over here at the top, like 10 degrees, for example. And here it is. If you are happy with the rotation, you can confirm by clicking this confirm icon, or you can deny that. You can cancel the rotation. You can also head to the top menu here and search for transform. From here we can do some certain rotations like 90 degrees, clockwise and counterclockwise as well. So we can rotate the whole artboard 90 degrees. We can do it several times to adjust the rotation. So that's the easiest way to rotate your image or rotate elements in Photopea. Photopea may be a great help in editing GIFs or GIFs. Simply drag and drop one to this area and it will load. On the right side in the layer panel, you will see there are so many layers and they are rather similar. It's simply your GIF, split it into frames. So each layer is one frame. I got around 167 to be more specific frames, and now I can easily modify them. Keep in mind, usually you need to modify more than one layer. So simply turn on the visibility of the layer you want to modify by clicking on this area here. Then you can use any tool you need. There are so many tools for photo editing, right? We will not cover that here. So grab the tool you think you need and then you can make changes to this certain layer. Next, I can make changes to this layer as well. Alright, and move to the next one. And this way, we are modifying the GIF. You could, of course, kick out some layer. You can delete a layer just by clicking on it and then this delete trash bin icon. Or you can even combine 2 GIFs together by adding new frames. Just be sure that each frame starts from _a_. That indicate animation. Alright, so that's how you can make changes in your GIFs, and let's try to save it back as a GIF. Let's try out that it will animate with our changes or no. To do that, head to File and search for Export. From here we need to select .gif, GIF, and we will be able to see the preview. Here it is. As you can see, now the GIF is playing here in the preview, and you may notice there's a bit of extra eyebrows going on in the last 5 frames because I draw them with the brush tool. I can modify the quality, I can change the speed to be faster or slower, I can reverse those frames, or we can even add a boomerang effect to it, so we'll go to the end and then back to the beginning. So let's try both, and this way we managed to modify existing GIF, adding our own brush drawings on it, and also changing the order of the frames. Now we got the boomerang effect on it, and it's a bit slower than the original. I simply click save, and in that moment it will be saved on your machine. You can find it in your downloads folder, the same folder that all of the stuff that you download from the internet goes. Let me show you how you can quickly resize your image using Photopea. So just head to photopea.com, and step number 1 will be to drag and drop your image. Drop it right here and it will start as a new project. Here's your image, and now we can simply go to the image menu at the very top. From here we got 2 options. One is canvas size and one is image size. Let's hit image size first, and from here you can see exact the size of your image. You can easily reduce the size by typing a new value here. So if I reduce by 2, so I will type 2000. As you can see, the height update automatically because I got the linked turn on. So we keep the aspect ratio, that's default setting here. Click OK, and in a moment our image is way smaller. We can also use the second option, so canvas size, but in that case we are just changing the size of the canvas, and the image in it will be still the same. So if I type 1000 here, all right, 1000, okay, take a look. The image is still the same, and now it cannot fit on this canvas. I cannot see the whole image. So that's the main difference. Canvas size changed the project size, and image size changed the image itself. I can still use the transform to shrink the image. So I can use this transform box all around to shrink it with my mouse, but I must press shift. So if you shrink the image too much and you got this empty area, you can still use the crop tool and crop it to the correct size. All right, we managed to resize the image, recreate a small image out of the very big picture. So let's save this new version, the smaller version. So click File, and then we want to export this as the original JPEG or maybe PNG, that's up to you. So I will export this as JPEG. You can set up the quality to be a bit higher, maybe 85%. Hit save, and it will be saved in your downloads folder, the same folder that all of the stuff goes when you download stuff from your web browser. I hope you enjoyed this 24-minute long compilation. Don't forget to subscribe so you will not miss the next one. Bye!